I've injected twice myself and my husband's injected me once. Most memorable time was I woke up with a splitting headache and my husband had already left the house to go fishing for the day. But took my tablets thinking I would be all right, and then threw everything up and knew I wasn't going to be okay. So got my injection kit out and I literally just followed the instructions box by box, and within half an hour I was feeling much better. Having done it once, now I don't worry about it anymore. I know that if I need to inject, I won't have a problem. It didn't hurt doing it. There was a bit of pain in my leg afterwards, but compared with how I was actually feeling, that little bit of pain in my leg was nothing. If you're coming to one of the group meetings and they're offering you a practice session, take it, because then you'll find out how easy it is to do and that you don't need to worry about it. If you haven't had a chance to practice, the instructions on the website are nice and clear. Just follow the instructions and then you will feel much, much better.
During the last 10 years, I've only had to inject once, which was nearly 2 years ago. The norovirus was going around at that time. I woke up, I was sick several times. Nobody else was in the house, so I just thought, well, I need to get this injection kit out. I was feeling really sick because of the bug, but I was quite calm about putting the two parts together and mixing them up. That seemed to be fairly straightforward, and actually the injection itself was okay too. You know, it wasn't really painful putting the needle in. There was immediate pain all the way up the leg where I've done it. That might be, I'm told, because I do a fair amount of sport. If you get a small amount of pain afterwards, that's the job is already done, and if it's gonna save you, that's the best thing to do.
I've got a son, Ben, and he's 15 now, but he was diagnosed when he was 12. We've never actually injected him, although we should have done, and we just instead we've rushed him into the hospital to the A&E. One time we actually phoned the ambulance and it took over an hour for the ambulance to come, and then in the end we said, well, we'll drive there, and they said, no, now you've called the ambulance, we will be there. And we just waited and waited, and all the time he's feeling iller and iller, and you know, that was when we really thought we should have injected him ourselves. It's my sort of target really now, is that next time he is sick, I'm going to do that injection and not wait to get the doctors to do it.
My situation was that I had to inject myself on a plane flying long haul between Kenya and Amsterdam. I don't know whether it was something I'd eaten back in Kenya or whether it was something on the plane, but it was very instantaneous. I just knew that I was going to be vomiting, and I also knew that was really dangerous. I called a stewardess and said, was there somewhere private I could go to inject myself? And she went into complete and utter panic mode and said, we can't do it, we can't do it. And I said, I'm not asking you to do it, I'll do it myself, but I don't really want to do it in front of a plane full of people. So eventually they found me a space at the back of the kitchen. I had my emergency kit with me. I managed, by sort of anticipating it early enough, to get my kit out, perched on my knee, and assemble the syringe and give myself the injection. As soon as I'd had the injection, even though I was still feeling very ill, I was feeling, you know, like I could cope with it.
I've had 2 or 3 crises, but only one really bad where I had to have an injection. I woke up feeling very sick and I was rushing to the loo and I was really in a bad state, and luckily my son was there and I was shouting and came down and I said, I think I need an injection.
So it was flaked out on the sofa, really white, grey, withdrawn, administered the injection, and then I think there was an improvement. Probably within about half an hour you started to feel a little bit better. It was really nerve-wracking doing it, you know, injecting your own mum, and she was okay. In hindsight, there were certainly a few lessons learned from it. Should have found an ambulance. I understand that as an Addisonian, if they've needed to have an injection, it should always be routine. If we can get it wrong, it's sort of a message to the rest of the members that they can get it wrong as well. So I'd urge everyone to try and remember, you know, and have a look and remind themselves about what they need to do with the injection every now and again.
And I wouldn't wait so long because you just go so quickly. 1 minute you're fine, and then like within 2 minutes you can't do it. So I would have done it maybe half an hour before. It didn't hurt at all, and I wouldn't mind ever doing it to myself. And Daniel did it so easily, and plus he saved my life, so that was a bonus as well.